Howdy. 1 minute. Let me start Instagram. Oh, boy. So, hold on. Hold on. Hello. 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 So let me come into the office. Let me come into the office. Stop acting like the heat is taking everything away from me. The heat is no joke. The heat is no joke, people. Tri-state area is on fire. This is our last day. This is our last day of the heat wave anyway. We're gonna have more heat waves, but we're gonna be able to manage it. Well, good evening, good night, good morning, whenever you're watching this from the future to now. Whew. I've been maintaining with agua. And I'm so glad I was freezing. I've been freezing, and then I put in the refrigerator, and then I take it out so it can, throw it out so we can drink it. But um, I wanted to jump on and come in the office and talk a little bit about our future, the future of nonprofits, the future of how we are going to sustain. I'm noticing changes. I'm noticing um, like differences of actions happening, and we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. First of all, on my YouTube, everybody, I'm on Instagram. Also, I think that's Instagram over there. Yeah. Um, everybody, I usually go on YouTube once or twice a week. I was doing it 3 times, but it was getting to be a bit much. And I start doing tutorials and training and exercises of what do you do when you go into talk to um, donors, you asking them for support, or several things I've done. If you look back on the YouTubes, you'll see them. I did little skits. I had a big teddy bear, and I set up a little office areas, like I went into the office to ask them for something, my paperwork, all kind of stuff, to make sure that you are ready when it's time to ask organization, stores, businesses, whomever that you're going to ask to be a supportive action in your organization as a nonprofit leader. Now, even though it was 3 days of hot, extreme hot heat in the New York area, really it was everywhere. It was everywhere. All kind of places. Everywhere was talking about it. But we're not used to day to day to day to day no more. It used to be like that, but with this global warming, everything has changed. Also, what is changing is the way nonprofits are now. I go to a nonprofit which is called 9 Million Reasons, that is out in Long Island City, and they pack up, they section their area off now to where you can go in, and the nonprofit leaders of churches and organizations that they give to, um, you have that area to get stuff, right? Okay. When you go and you're driving around in in your communities, you see those long lines that's usually going to a corner, and then sometimes around a corner and down and around another corner. Could you imagine standing on those lines in this heat wave? People are still going to come out and try to, fence it and handle that. And most of the people that are on the lines are seniors. They should not be trying to do that. Um, Store up your house. Have a cabinet in your house as a pantry. Pantry means that it is a storage place for at least 1 to 2 years of dry goods. That's part of the pantry life. That is not going to expire, which, if anything go on, you can use. You do not have to go out every week and shop, right? That's actually what a pantry is, and the storage in your home or where you reside. Even if you reside with somebody else, get together and make a pantry. I remember back in the days, pantries was a closet. And I know my mom, or when I stayed with my dad at his house in the Carolinas, they had a pantry. Everybody had a pantry. It would be flour, dry goods, flour, sugar, um, powdered milk, that block cheese because it ain't never gonna go bad. Canned pork if you ate pork, canned beef, and stuff like that. Excuse me. The times are gonna change, and you might think that it's an inflation or recession. The times are going to change because of what is happening around the world. And it's not only happening in your neck of the woods, it's happening and going to happen everywhere. And it's not a fear tactic, or anything for me to be telling you to be fearing about, because I'm not going to fear either. I'm going to keep going on by helping people. Get yourself ready and always stay ready. I don't care if the economy is booming and you making money and you doing all that. You must always have a way for the unseen. You never know what's going to happen, right? So get a pantry, learn and teach how to do pantries. I have an emergency cabinet in my kitchen, and that's with bulbs, flashlights, with batteries, and you don't put them inside, because if you put them inside, they're gonna go bad. It's detachable. And I have dry goods that last 2 years. They have containers of waters this size, the big gallon containers, and it says for 2 years. It has the expiration date on it. So please pay attention and look at those things, and make a pantry in your home where you reside. And if you are really good, you can make a side of that cabinet. You have a double cabinet. You can make a side of that cabinet for someone else in case they have an emergency. I don't know, but where I'm from, Harlem, we looked out for each other that type of way. So I'm used to that. It's embedded in me. My mother always looked out for people on the block in her neighborhood or wherever she was at. She always looked out for people. So that's embedded in me. I saw it. I grew up like that. I reside in the Bronx. I know that we do that, several people, but to me, not enough. And so it's not nothing that you can't teach people how to be in your community, if you're, especially if you're a community activist. And I'm a community activist, not only because I have a nonprofit, because that's always been in my heart, right? Okay. So the other things is, you see these waters, 3 cases for $9.99 in Walgreens. I just saw Food Bazaar doing 2 cases. I think it was 2 cases for $12, or three for $12. Whatever it is, it's still a discount. Even if you go to the AAA warehouse where I would go, no, that wasn't a discount, because that was $8 for a case. Stay with a lot of water. So I just read on you, not YouTube. It was something I was looking at. It was an ad across Facebook, and they said, "Oh, everybody say drink water, stay hydrated." This is not what hydrates you. Fruits, natural fruits, the juices from a natural fruit will keep you hydrated, even if you never drink water, because your body has percentage of water in it. Remember that. You not dehydrated from not drinking enough water. You dehydrated for not having enough electrolytes in your body. So you also can take this water and add some electrolytes, or get some water with electrolytes, or get a natural fruit, or you can take some supplements to keep yourself hydrated inside. So I forgot what it's called, and it's another thing, chlorophyll, that cleans you out from the smells of your bowels and stuff like that. So it's all kind of ways. Because the reason why I say that is because a lot of waters have aluminum in them, that and the plastic we shouldn't be having. So only reason I'm telling you about the sale of the prices of the waters is because just when the temperatures are in the triple digits for 3 days straight, that's an emergency. And any other type of water is more expensive. So, I mean, don't be in the habit of drinking water out of plastic. Get some bottled water with glass, or even if you use tap water, boil it. Because I've always used tap water. That's all I don't even buy these not unless it's an emergency like this. So, there we go with the ads. That's the ad, which no commission is coming from it. Okay, so the other thing is, when I was telling people about the air conditioners, and I was telling people about the New York City that gets air conditioners, and people was telling me about it too. And if you are eligible as a senior or somebody with the ailment, and you need air in your house, you cannot be in these apartments without no air, or be in a home without no air. You're gonna get sick. Really, that begs to differ, because for years I haven't had an AC. For years I would never turn have an AC. And my children to this day that are grown will say, "I know you ain't got no AC going on in there." And I say, "Yes, I do." So I know you can live without one, but you shouldn't. It can make you sick. It can make you sick without fresh air, or going somewhere like to a pool or to the beach or to a cooling place, which they have all over, libraries, supermarkets, cooling centers, which are gyms set up for that, and a whole lot of places. But don't sit and suffer. And if you know other people too, which you have animals, keep them in cool areas. It's too hot. The grounds are too hot too. All right. Okay. Other thing I wanted to talk about was, when a nonprofit comes to their 6 month period of a year, right? Some people run their nonprofits without vacations. They run it without a program break. They run it by themselves, or a little team, and then the team ain't around, and then the team might have to take vacation. Whatever it is, make sure you have something automatic on automation. You know how these bill collectors want you. If you put it on automation, this amount is off. Was paying my car insurance, and I got a new car insurance, right? And it's lower. When I saw the amount of the bill being lower, I felt so good that I fought and fought to find a affordable car insurance bill. So when I saw the bill, I was like, "Yes, I'm so glad. Now this is gonna be much better for my budget." So this is what I was saying, right? Then I saw in the email, oh, we will be taking the bill money out of certain account. And I was like, when did I tell them that? No, I pay my bill myself. Guess what? I forgot I set up automation. So tip number one, even if you're gonna pay it yourself, okay, do the automation. It saved me $15. Even if you tell them you want automation for and the bill collectors are very smart, but I'm smart too. They're very smart to let you be um, negotiating, but they're gonna be benefiting. So they ain't really no negotiation. So yeah, they're smart, but I'm smart too. And I said to them, "You mean to tell me if I want to pay my bill before the time that I'm gonna have to pay that amount?" The lady said, "I didn't say that to you," and I was like, "Oh, okay." She got an attitude. She got an attitude because yes, I'm gonna get that discount, but I'm gonna pay it myself ahead of time. I don't know if that was, being cute with her or not, but I felt like it was. I felt like I was winning right then and there. I saved $15. Wow. Get ahead of the game. Get ahead of the game. So that's the same way with your nonprofit. You are executive. Sorry. If you are an executive, if you are a leader of your nonprofit, this is what you do. Make something automation. Like um do in like the streams. You can set up streams to be seen on whatever dates you want. Set those all up. You go on a vacation, you're not going to be. I'm not talking to me because I'm always going to have it in my mind to think of something, to do something, but keep it on the minimal. But I don't have to do the streams. I can do so many and actually put them on a date for it to show up. Right? I've learned how to do that on my streams. And for the regular social media, I can have um you can do the same thing on Facebook because I have done that. I have scheduled plenty stuff and put it for a date on my blog and that to pop up. You can do in your stories on your Facebook, you can make all of your like your tutorials, your trainings, or whatever you're going to do with your streams. You could, with your Facebook or your Instagram, you could do it all in advance. Some videos to post on those, and then in your stories, every 24 hours, a new story comes up. I've learned that. Um, when you are a nonprofit leader and you are doing fundraisers, you want other people to post on their timelines too. You have a board, you have a committee of this and that, and you ask people, can you just post this? And they do, they don't. You make sure you have somebody who can do it. It has to be flowing and be seen all the time, all the time. The reason we have 350 something subscribers because I stay contact and I stay in contact and I stay relevant in the streams and the shorts and the posts and the videos, whatever it is. And plus, I'm always on social media talking about what I do. And, it's not only my nonprofit, even though it might seem like it. It's my personal life, my family time, my friends time. You know, you ain't gonna see no boo time, okay? That's not for y'all, okay? It's not for y'all. I don't got no boo yet, anyway. If I did, you wouldn't see it. You wouldn't see it. Okay. So yeah, that's about it. And thank you for supporting us. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I just missed getting on uh, Zoom with the organization called Tenants and Neighbors because the heat has drained me, even though I was out a long while ago earlier. it's still inside you and it drains you, especially when you get up under AC. You know what it do? It takes more energy from you because you go back in the heat and out of into the AC. And that's all too unbalanced for your body. So yeah, I fell asleep. I was knocked out. Next thing I know was 15 minutes more before the Zoom was going to end. And I jumped on and told him, I'm so sorry. The heat just got me. And I was knocked out. And he was like, no problem. We'll send you the replay and we'll set you up for the next Zoom to be on. It's a whole meeting with other people too. But the last thing I want to talk about is the elected officials who just came in office and what does it mean for nonprofits. We have a new mayor candidate that's going against the sitting mayor, and we have the Bronx borough president. She got reelected. We have local officials that they're going to tell us about more in all of the boroughs, who won or who's is coming up to um, the recording of their votes. We have a new, I think we have a new comptroller. So yeah, we have to really be relevant in knowing the political realm of where we're at, especially if you have a 501c3. And if you think that even if you don't have a 501c3 or EIN number, that's all a part of the government. You try to go give a block party. You try to go get anything when you need a permit and see what happens. Okay? See what happens. You are going to be asked, what organization are you a part of? Because that is what they're looking for. So either get in touch with an organization that might, can help you with those things, or can you can join them in their organization. We're definitely looking for more people in those four nonprofit seniors and homeless co-op. Definitely. And yeah, those things matter. You live somewhere. Do you think anything where you live don't have nothing to do with a government? You are mistaken. You are mistaken. It does. Your running water, your zoning, your parks, your fire department, your police department, your stores, your bodegas, your liquor stores, your supermarkets, your department stores, everything comes through a community board with which is in with government. Okay, how do you not think that you could go to the corner, open the fire hydrant open because it's hot and the children need a fire hydrant, and you don't know nothing about the police station community affairs person? You got to get to know your people and know what's around you and know what you can and cannot do. They ain't gonna tell you what you can't do until you do it and they come to stop you. How about get involved? Okay, that's the last thing I'm gonna say. Drink my water, go back to looking at some things on the box TV. So overwhelming around this time, what's going on. But I'm going to always be up on my current events, even though I wasn't up on a few things that had just happened. I was like, what? And then I was like, what? Okay. Have a nice one. Signing off. Have a nice one over there.